Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Platinum Achievements. As always, I'm Ray, and joining me is. Oh, how do I tie this into what I did this weekend? My favorite purchaser of movie popcorn buckets, Gary.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
All right, all right, all right. How you doing this morning?
Doing pretty good. Don't worry, everyone. It's not a burr. It's an Arnie Palmer. Let me put it down on the
Mm,
floor.
whatever you got to tell yourself, man.
Oh, dude, nothing hits like an Arnold Palmer out of the metal can. So good. And it sucks that not in my area, there really aren't a lot of places. Moving my mic a little bit. There aren't a lot of places that I know of that sell them still. Shifting some cords around. That should be good. Yeah, it's all plastic bottles, and I'm like, just give me the metal can. Give me that metal can. Tastes so good. Also, it's like I think it's a, I think it's technically a double can. Because I know there's the cans that are like 99 cents. This is not one of them.
Mhm.
I don't even care. We went to my sister's for like a holiday get together with our families.
Yeah.
And my mom was there and everything like that. So we
Mhm.
go and had a good time, and then we leave. And I was like, all right, I got to get home because my buddy's coming up. And he was actually at our house 5 minutes before we got here, but
Mhm.
I had to stop at Sheets because I had to get some Sheets French fries, and I had to get some Arnie Palmers in the cans because I know they got them, and I know you don't know
Ooh,
what a
heard of
Sheets
sheets.
is.
Yeah, that must be like a Midwest thing.
Well, I'm on the East Coast, brah.
Tomato, tomato.
Do you know what Wawa is?
No.
Really? I would have. It's also an East Coast thing. I would have thought it
Mhm.
would just like have permeated outside at this point, but no. It's Do you know what a Bucky's is? Have you
I
heard of
think I've heard
Bucky's?
of that. I think I've heard of that.
They're not on the same scale, but Wawa's a cult. Sheets is way better. If anyone's on the East Coast, you can fight me on it. It's basically just like
You see, it's a
it's.
cult.
Oh, Wawa's a cult. Yeah, people love Wawa, and I'm like, you guys don't know what you got missing here.
What kind of food is it?
It's it's a lot of like subs and hoagies, and
Oh,
they
okay.
do some other things, but they're really known for like hoagies. And
Mhm.
it's one of those gas station chains that does like made to order food,
Okay.
and they're good. I eat it for lunch almost every day just because it's a healthier option than Wendy's. But a Sheets, my guy, nothing hits like a Sheets drunk at 2 in the morning when you're in college, and you go and you get. First of all, their made to order options are much more vast. Like they have French fries, they got curly fries now, they got like two different types of chicken. Um,
Okay.
it's ridiculous, and they have their beer license, so you can get beer at a Sheets too. Can't at a
Oh, that's
Wawa.
pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
I get why they don't do it at Wawa because their clientele probably a bunch of alcoholics, but no. What's his name? Is it not the one dating Taylor Swift? The other one is it Jason Kelsey, retired
Sure.
football player?
Something like that.
Yeah,
I don't. I was
he's
gonna
big
say I don't
on
follow sports, so hell if I know.
he's big on he's big on Wawa. I think he's got like a sponsorship deal. I'm not big on sports either. I just know it tangentially.
Mm.
But also, my son thinks I'm Jason Kelsey because of my beard. Um, he can't put two and two together like physique wise, but
He's like, Papa's on the TV.
my wife would watch their podcast and he would say "Dad" at the TV.
Uh,
I wish.
That's funny. You're like, I wish I got that retired athlete money.
Oh my god, yeah. And I think they sold their podcast. I think to maybe Spotify. I forget what the deal was, but they made like a big chunk of change.
Okay.
So yeah, but
Very nice.
yeah. Other than that, and my little rant about Sheets because it's better than Wawa. I'll say it again. I'll say it always. Um, I went to see Lord of the Rings: War of the Rohirrim last night.
The hell is that?
Oh, you didn't hear about this?
No.
You Lord of the Rings fan,
Yeah.
babe?
Not
It
like not like a crazy fan,
well,
but
I'm not crazy fan. I love the movies and I've read The
hmm
Hobbit, but dude, it's an anime set 180 years before the first three movies, so it's in that
really.
continuity. and
Mhm.
it's about there was like a civil war in Rohan.
Okay.
Dude, really, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. 2 hours
You,
ish.
you you said you saw it, so it was in theaters?
Yeah, it's in movie theaters. Dude,
What?
I don't know. All I've seen online is pictures of like 1 to 2. Like it's usually two guys together, and it's like seen Warlord Hero, only ones in the theater.
Hmm.
And it was also me and my buddy. We were the only ones in the theater until the third guy showed up. But we knew that ahead of time because I checked the movie listing, and I saw that the
Hmm.
guy was sitting right where he was, and I was like, dude, we should just sit on either side of that seat.
I'm just gonna have to wait till that comes to streaming because there ain't no way my girlfriend's going to that.
It's a good movie. It's good.
Yeah.
I bought
Okay.
I did decide, and I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the Discord chat. I did buy the movie bucket. I know those are all the rage. And I
What's in
don't.
that?
What's that?
What's in that?
Oh, it's like a bucket for your popcorn.
Okay. Okay.
Let me see. Let me grab the picture for you.
Does it have like a picture of like movie art on the bucket?
No, it is the hammer that the main. It's the hammer of the guy. His name's Helm Hammerhand. So
Mhm. Okay.
he's the one that Helm's Deep is named after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah, I'm gonna scroll in the
You
news
gotta be
channel.
you gotta be a pretty big deal to have a place named after you.
He was a pretty big deal. He was a diesel dude. I just
Mm-hmm.
shared it, and I'll put it in the video as well. Um, but yeah, very good. Voiced by Brian Cox, who's the guy from Secession, and he was Stryker in the X2 movie. The girl who plays Eowyn comes back to do voiceover.
Nice.
I know. Oh, Buzz.
Buzz buzz.
Oh, my wife went to Target. Um, the Dominic
Uh,
Monaghan and Billy Boyd, who play Merry and Pippin, they have a small cameo in it with their voices.
mhm.
So
Okay.
real fun movie. I enjoyed it. Very fun anime.
Nice.
Unfortunately, it's like a mix of like the 2D 3D anime style, which I'm not a huge fan of. So there were some
Mhm.
moments that didn't work for me, but pretty good. Pretty good. I will be buying it
All
on
right. All
Blu-ray.
right.
Did you see that bucket?
I didn't. Oh, you posted it in the Discord. For some reason, I
Yeah.
thought you texted it to me. Let me share. Let me share. Let me share. Well, that's pretty sick, actually.
Dude, it's totally worth $35.
Does the handle come apart so you can like easily hold the bucket without the handle
So
when you're just trying to eat the popcorn?
we go to the theater, right? And
Yeah.
this will tie
Yeah.
into games in a second, I promise. We go to the theater, and I go up to the counter, and I'm the young girl, 16 probably. She's like, how can I help you? And I'm like, I would like a cherry slushy small, please. And she's like, okay. And she's like, anything else? I'm like, do you have any of the Lord of the Rings hammers for sale? Now, normally these things sell at like hotcakes, but
Mhm.
based off the attendance that I've been seeing online, I'm like, and it's opening weekend still. I'm like, there's a good chance I can get one. And I saw some display models, and she's like, oh, I don't know if we can sell them or whatever.
Mhm.
She had some concerns. I was like, what? So she goes to the back. I see her shuffling around. I see her pull out a plastic bag. I'm like, oh, there it is. And she goes to like her boss, and then her boss goes to her boss's boss. Like it was a weird chain of events. And she's like, oh yeah, we can sell this. I'm like, why the fuck couldn't you sell it? I'm like, if you didn't have it back there, I was gonna take one of the display models for sure. But no,
Grab it
she
and
hands
run.
me it, and it's a small bag, right? It's literally just the hammerhead, and I was
Mhm.
concerned. And then it's like, oh no, the hammer, the I guess the shaft, the handle, whatever. It's broken apart. You got to screw it all together by hand.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
as we sat there waiting for the movie to start, I assembled it, and it was the coolest fucking thing ever. It's so
That is pretty
cool.
sick.
It's so
Did you
cool.
leave the handle on while you were eating popcorn out of it?
Oh, I don't eat popcorn.
You don't eat popcorn? What is wrong with
I
you?
don't like movie popcorn. The popcorn that
Dude,
I like is the
movie
smart
theater
food.
popcorn is movie theater popcorn is the best
Let's
popcorn.
calm
What the
down.
hell are you
First of all, it
talking
really
about?
depends on the theater, okay, and how stale the popcorn is. There's a lot of inconsistency.
Jesus Christ.
But also,
This guy.
I didn't want to dirty the hammer. I didn't want to dirty it.
You call yourself a movie watcher.
Now hold on. The popcorn I do eat without fail, is the Smart Food Black Bag White Cheddar Popcorn.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
You've never had this?
No.
Gary. Dude,
You lost me at not eating movie theater popcorn. That's heresy.
Gary. Now I gotta Smart Food. Now I gotta get you a picture of this.
Yeah.
It's the best popcorn ever.
Oh, you know what? I might actually know what you're talking about. It just clicked. You said black bag, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that stuff actually is pretty good. I think I know what you're talking about.
I'll send it to you. It's in the Discord.
It's not better than movie theater popcorn.
Listen,
oh, yeah,
it really depends on the movie theater.
Every movie theater that I've been to has pretty damn good fucking, because it's honestly it's more about the fucking butter.
Yeah, but if they don't do the butter right.
All the theaters in my area pretty much do it exactly the same. The only thing that sucks is that they used to certain theaters. They actually closed the closest theater to me, which is ass. I have to go to a different town now.
Mm-hmm.
But they used to let you put your own butter. So what I would do is I would have them fill it halfway.
Exactly, you gotta layer it.
And it was the best thing ever. But now all the places I go to now, they're like, "Oh, we're just gonna do it for you."
We'll do it for you. Can't take all our butter.
I know, it's fucking annoying. I'm like,
Smart Food popcorn,
really?
best popcorn out there.
That popcorn is pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I'll give you that.
Mm-hmm.
What was I gonna say?
That was my weekend. Gary, how about you? You do anything fun over the weekend?
Let's see. So, I'm trying to think. My brain's fried right now. So, what did we do on Friday night? We hung out. We watched the first. So I got the Rocky collection on Blu-ray. I don't know if you saw that on the other Discord.
I has that as well. It's on my bookshelf.
It was on a hella good deal. Amazon had it for like $30.
Nice. Was it the 4K
like
or just
half
Blu-ray?
off? Just Blu-ray. I
That's
actually
fine, yeah.
ordered. I ordered the Creed collection in 4K because those
Dude,
are
I'm
newer
in the
movies.
Creed collection.
Was that?
I'm in there.
What do you mean you're in there?
Me and my wife were extras in the second one.
Oh yeah, didn't you? I think you mentioned that before.
Yeah.
I got.
Dude,
I
we're in
gotta
the
look
trailer
for you.
too.
I gotta look for it. That's hella funny.
It'd be hard to see me now because I didn't have a beard and my hair was longer.
Mm-hmm.
But we're in there.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna have to. You have to tell me where I'm gonna pause it, and I could show my girlfriend when we get to it too.
Oh, I can find it. Yeah.
But we watched the first freaking Rocky movie. I love it. I love all the Rocky. Well, not all of them. Let me. I'm gonna reel that back. I love most of them.
Which one's the one with the
she
robot?
With the robot.
Yeah, there's a robot in one.
About? What?
Yeah.
I
Isn't
don't
there?
remember there being a robot.
Like a training robot.
That might have been like the last one. The last two are not great. I think they're very mid. First four though, chef's kiss.
What's the last two?
I always get them mixed up, but there's Rocky 5 and there's Rocky Balboa. I can't remember.
Balboa's definitely the last one.
Yeah, I know that, but I think Balboa is also the one that his son comes back and he's kind of an asshole to him. He's played by Milo
Ventimiglia.
Yeah, I can't ever pronounce his last name. But I can't even remember Rocky 5. That's how like blah it was. It might have been one of those, but she wasn't crazy about the pacing of the first one because it's all just character development and it builds up for the fight at the end of the movie. Second one, I forgot the second one's kind of like that too. We just watched the second one last night, but so good. Those are such good movies. Like I can literally watch those like once a week for the rest of my life and never get sick of them. They're just so good. But yeah, we watched the first one Friday night, second one last night. Went to my nephew's 8th birthday party yesterday. So there's this breakfast place in a town away that makes like some of the best breakfast ever. They give you really good portions. We went there yesterday morning. We basically ended up eating breakfast and then we weren't really hungry the rest of the day. But I tried something called a Benny 5.0, which is like like a garlic grilled cheese sandwich with over easy eggs and hollandaise sauce on top. It was so good. Pretty sure my arteries are all clogged now, but I'm okay with it. I
put it in the chat for you.
Perfect. What else did we do? Babe, what else did we do this weekend? That's it? What?
What?
No, I'm saying like already though. That's because you heard what I said? I kind of listed it all. Okay. So eventful, not eventful, Um, but yeah, it's been good so far. And then I'm hanging out after this. I'm hanging out with my buddy who's coming over, the one who walks my dog. So, and we're excited about getting ready to move into our place in like 9 days.
Oh, yeah, it's coming. Can you
It's
guys
exciting.
move in yet or no?
No, so
Okay, so
we're gonna go and
the
the 24th.
24th is when you can go to your new place, and you
We
have like a
we
week,
yeah
right?
we have 2 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah, so
okay.
so it gives us plenty of time. We can kind of just chip away at it. We don't have to rush, which is
Oh,
nice.
that's ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's mostly my shit. My girlfriend doesn't have a whole lot of furniture and stuff,
Mhm.
and she lives like right down the street from the new place, which is convenient. I'm not too much further, but yeah, that'll be cool. And we actually went there yesterday too, just to kind of take a few measurements. Like we actually measured the living room, and we realized we could actually fit, if we want to, we could actually get like an actual sectional sofa, which is nice because my sister years ago, my sister bought, I don't know if you've seen them at Costco, but those big fancy leather sectionals that they sell that
Mhm.
have like 2 or 3 reclining spots, and they're just super high quality. I think they're kind of pricey. I think they're like $2,500 or something.
Yeah, but
But
you can return it
like,
when it's broken.
yeah, exactly. But basically, I measured hers when we were there yesterday, and it'll fit with actually extra room too. So I was like, well, maybe that's the direction we'll go in. But yeah. So that was my weekend.
Very nice. Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's get into. Let's see. We're recording on the 15th of December. 10 shopping. No, 9 shopping days till Christmas. Christmas. Make sure you get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Side note, my wife's friend, speaking of shopping, my wife's friend is getting her son a PS5. He's how old is
I was just gonna say, how old is he?
he is oh man, I should know this, but I don't. It's not my kid. He is no older than he's no older than 10. I know that for certain.
Okay, yeah, my nephew just turned 8,
He
so
might,
maybe he's like
he might be around there.
similar age. Yeah, that's
Um so they were looking for
huh,
like cheap, not cheap, but like affordable PlayStation games
hmm
for a kid around that age. I think the ones that I gave her were what did I send her? Uh I sent her
Mortal Kombat 11, GTA
Oh, for sure.
5.
I sent her Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart,
That's a good one.
and then Star Wars Skywalker Saga.
Nice.
I told her like Astro Bot's on there for
Yeah.
free. Um my wife was gonna suggest like the Spider-Man games, and I'm like, you can do that, but there's a lot of fighting in there. I don't know if she wants exactly that.
Yeah, but it's like comic book
True.
fighting. It's not like super violent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's
I
that's.
mean, he comes over and he plays it with me like every Halloween, but we
Mm,
mostly just swing around. Just 'cause
yeah.
I don't know how to gauge like
Mm,
how much violence is okay with a child that age. Um,
yeah.
but yeah. Um,
Nice. Lucky
I'm
kid.
yeah. I don't know. I didn't really have any other suggestions that I could think of, like, because I don't know. Like, I know the family, I know the kid pretty well, but I
Hmm
don't know like if they're at that age where they really care still. But if it's like, oh, you got a PS5, but here's a PS4 game. You know what I mean? Some kids are kind of weird
Yeah.
about that. Because I
I
mean,
don't think
I told
unless
her,
they're like a teenager, I don't think they're gonna know the
yeah,
difference.
I told her, I'm like, PS4 games play on it, and you could just pick of the litter on there. You can get a bunch of PS4 games for them, and
Yeah,
we have
not
to
only
get
that,
it.
but some PS4 games run really good. Like
Yeah,
they run better on PS5 than PS4, obviously.
yeah. So me and Amanda were at some point, I think, gonna get him. She didn't want to spend too
Hmm
much, but we could probably get like pretty good deals on a bunch of them. So I would probably do like the first Ratchet and Clank,
hmm
maybe like the first Spider-Man. I mean, I'm sure you could get these pretty good deals even at GameStop. So
Yeah. Oh, speaking of GameStop, that's one thing I forgot
yeah,
when I
you
was
went to
talking about this
GameStop.
weekend. Yeah, I went to GameStop. yesterday before the birthday party, and I was like, because I was talking, I was kind of complaining on the Trophy Talk Discord, and I was like, man, I didn't realize that story wise. I mean, yeah, Slugger, it does make sense once Slugger mentioned it, but that I got to do before I do Modern Warfare 2 and 3 story wise, I got to do Modern Warfare 1
Oh,
because I
this
didn't
guy
really
didn't know
know.
doesn't know how stories work.
I don't know how numbers work.
Why don't you just start watching with Lord of the Rings: Return of the King and then go back to the Fellowship?
Yeah, right, exactly. Um, no, but like that's the problem too, because like Call of Duty games, yeah, the numbers make sense. I get it, but Call of Duty games, like their stories can be all over the place. Sometimes like the naming conventions don't make a lot of sense, or like I guess kind of take for instance, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is basically Call of Duty Black Ops 5, and it's a continuation of Black
Mm-hmm.
Ops 2, and it's a prequel to Black Ops 6. It's like okay, like
How would
that's
you
why
know?
it's like kind of confusing. I looked it up.
How would you know?
'Cause I looked it up because I was like, why the heck are people like ranting and raving about this character that's coming back? And I was like, I don't even know who this is. I played the first two Black Ops games. That was like 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I looked it up and like, oh, he was like the main villain in Black Ops Cold War, and he comes back in this. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Um,
Rookie.
but yeah, so I went to GameStop, picked up because I looked up to see if they had it or not. They had it on sale for like pre-owned for like $9, nine something. I had my $5 per month thing to use, and then the guy's like, he's like, hey, you have another $5 on here. I think it's like your welcome bonus or something. You want to
Mm.
just use that and get it for free? Even though technically I would have had to pay like 19 cents. He just waived that shit, and I was like, hell yeah, I would love a free game. So he just he was a true Chad and just waived that 19 cents and just gave me the game with the receipt, and he's like, there you go. I was like, sweet. So I don't even. I'm a naughty boy. I didn't even add it to my backlog, so I didn't spend any money on it. And it's a short. It's a short platinum. It's only like I think you literally just have to finish the story on veteran and just do some miscellaneous shit. So I'm like, I think they said it's like 15 hours or something.
Mm-hmm.
So once I finish the story in Black Ops 6, because I don't want to do two Call of Duty campaigns at the same time, then I'll go back to that and then go through the stories of all three Modern Warfares. And I didn't realize they were reboots. I thought they were like remakes at first, kind of like what they were doing with Modern Warfare like years ago. You know how they remastered the Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4 campaign? I
Yeah.
thought they were kind of doing that with these, but I looked it up and it's just a complete reboot. And I was like, all right, whatever. Whatever works.
Yeah. Some moron just responded to me on Reddit. I'm trying to read it.
Some moron.
Yeah.
You shouldn't talk about me like I'm not in the room.
Yeah. Ah, people are so dumb.
What?
Oh, it's
Are they starting fights?
no, it's like I responded to someone. I responded to something some guy responded about you know how Xbox is, or it's that thing where they're like, yeah, Xbox is putting games on PlayStation, so you know Sony should put them on there. I'm like, dude, that's not the same thing. Like they don't need to.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah, there's a whole thing. I'll respond to him later. He's a goober. I think I said something like Xbox put themselves in this position, and he's like, you're just fanboying. And what do you can't. You're using the Xbox
Mhm.
One as an argument? It's like, well, yeah, that's where the problem started for them. That's why they're so far behind now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy. But the comforting thing is I've seen other replies and he just keeps going, so I might just leave it.
Hmm.
He kept going with this guy is just one of those people that responds like constantly to try to prove their point. So
Yep.
I saw him like 30 replies deep on someone else, and I'm just like, I'm not doing that. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Where were we? Okay. So yeah, you went to GameStop. I went to Game and DVD Exchange. I got some
Nice.
sweet deals on games. I did the Gary thing too, where I bought some stuff that I had digitally.
Hey, let's go.
Yeah, let me pull it up. Camera was it in camera? Probably in camera. There it is. So, did I buy anything that I haven't played before? No. Okay. Um, so I had like $160 in store credit there, and I spent like $120. First of all, I got a $5 Superman action figure. Pretty cool.
Hey.
Sammy likes it. It's a new 52, pretty cool plastic texture. He's into it. I bought Slime Rancher on the PS4, even though I own it on there digitally. Slime Rancher Deluxe Edition. Jesus Christ, phone, stay on the picture. I bought Batman: The Enemy Within on PS4. I completed it on Xbox, but I haven't played it on PlayStation, so it's essentially free. So I just picked that up. I picked up Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons on PS4.
Is that the original or the remake?
The original. That's the one they had.
Oh, okay.
It was like
I want to
$10.
play the remake.
I would like to play the remake too, because that one probably has a platinum. This Brothers does not.
And I played the original back on like the 360, I think. So it'd be nice to play the new one.
I think I did it on 360, and I think they would. Yeah, they must have done a re-release because it's on PS4, so there was an Xbox One version, and I know I played it again there. So, very fun game. Also, from that team, I'm pretty sure, right?
A Way Out.
A Way Out, yeah, I bought A Way Out.
All their games are solid.
Haven't played it on PlayStation yet, but I played it on Xbox and I loved it. I picked up Star Wars Clone Wars Republic Heroes on the 360.
Nice.
I think it's like one of the few Star Wars games with achievements I haven't played yet. I think it's supposed to be okay for a tie-in game. And then to tie it back to my movies, or my movie I watched over the weekend, I picked up Lord of the Rings War in the North.
Oh, that's actually a pretty solid game. I like that one.
Yeah, I already completed it. I just saw it there and I was like, well, why not?
I have the 1000 on 360, and I thought about going back on PS3, but apparently it's even like jankier and glitchier on PS3 because I watched. It's like I think it's an ultra rare plat, but I watched. I don't know if you watch Platinum Bro on YouTube.
I might have seen a few videos,
but he made a video semi recently where he basically went back and did that game, and he said the game was great, but the platinum hunt was a miserable experience because like the game would like just disconnect or freeze, and he would just lose a bunch of progress, and it was just kind of a pain in the ass. So I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? But.
So, yeah. I'm probably going to tackle Brothers this week because it's a short game. I'll just bang that out real quick. Other than that, games that I've been playing, we'll hop into those. Let me pull up my apps.
You're gonna pull out your ass?
Pull it out my ass.
Nice.
Trophies.
What are we all been waiting
I got a
for?
platinum.
What?
I'm at 116 platinum, 769 gold, 1039 silver, 2419 bronze. What did I plat?
Cracks me up that you don't remember what you platinum in
I guess it was Astro Bot.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that, huh?
Did they add trophies?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Dude, they added another Christmas DLC. I'm like, bro, I just uninstalled it.
God damn it. I gotta dig it out of the bin.
Sammy's
gonna love it.
Annoying. It's annoying. Like,
I saw they added the Spider-Mans and Rayman, though.
They added what?
They added the Spider-Mans and Rayman into it.
Oh, nice. That's cool. I was surprised that they didn't have Spider-Man to begin with.
God, I just want to be done with the game.
I know.
Change into an outfit, climb to the top of a tree, and open all presents. Is this like a timed, like, update?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No. But I mean, I'm gonna play it probably within the next week or two because it makes sense to just play it during Christmas anyways because it's themed after Christmas.
Yeah.
But it's just like I like that they're giving us free shit, but at the same time, it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Look, do the free shit, but don't put trophies to it.
Yeah.
I get it. I get it.
You like how we're complaining about getting more free content.
Because it's like it's not like Xbox achievements where my gamer score grows. It's bronze trophies, which I don't care about. I'm actively trying to get more golds and bronzes on my profile without playing just like garbage.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's on the list now. I'll recomplete that, I guess. I did there's Astro Bot. I don't think I played any more 13. I started Sly Cooper. am I like having an aneurysm, or is the camera control flipped?
I think you can change that if I'm not
Okay,
mistaken.
I might have to try because it's like you move it in like the opposite direction, and part of me is like, oh, this makes sense. The other part of me is like, I'm losing my mind.
You telling me you're not one of those serial killers who likes inverted controls?
No, well, it's not like up down inverted like that. I can wrap my head around. It's
I know, I'm just
horizontal
joking.
inverted.
There's some people that prefer inverted. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong
Lunatics.
with you? I know.
Um,
My best friend's brother, I think, was like that when we were growing up, and I was like, that explains a lot, Luke.
let's see. And then I've been playing because it's a smaller file size. I reinstalled Astro's Playroom for when Sammy wants to play Robot Beep Beep. And
Mhm.
then I've been playing Cars 3 again. Cars 3 and Astrobot are going to be like my highest played games ever just because of how much Sammy wants to play them. Um,
1,000 hours.
yeah, probably eventually. And then on the Xbox side of things, I haven't touched Life is Strange again. I don't know if I mentioned it last time. I completed Hoa.
Mm.
September.
I think you did mention it last time. Still haven't touched Hellblade 2.
When did that? Oh yeah. Hang on. When is December 7th? Looks like it was the last time I got trophies. So yeah, about last week I did Hoa. Um. Yeah, did a little Assassin's Creed. Okay, that was. I did start Indiana Jones in the Great Circle. Made it to like the second level.
How is that, by the way?
Is it the second level? Third level? I'm in the Vatican. It's good, dude. It is. It's very. It's not what you would expect from like machine games.
Isn't
So
Machine Games the one who made the Wolfenstein series?
yes. So if you're going in expecting Wolfenstein again, you're going to be very disappointed. It's a lot
Well,
slow. It's a lot slower and
yeah,
more about exploration for sure.
yeah.
There are some enemies. Using your gun will alert enemies. Um, typically, well, I mean,
Hmm.
as it would. And then so I got to the Vatican, and I went around and I basically cleared out a bunch of guys. I did a couple miscellaneous achievements like hitting someone with an apple, hitting someone with a fly swatter, like a couple
Hmm.
goofy little ones. And then I found like an M1 carbine, I think, or the equivalent. And I was just like, I'm like, okay, and I just started mowing people down.
Hmm.
Wasn't many people, but it was, it was just fun to shoot them.
Hmm.
It's much more exploration based. You don't want to be in combat too much. It's not that it's hard, but there's like a parry system. Combat's fun though, punching Nazis, and then
Nancy's.
punching them Nazis. And then I did start Hellblade.
You did, you naughty boy.
Yes, I did. I'm gonna have it done by the end of the year. The last few nights have just been very hard to actually want to sit down and play a game.
Aren't those graphics fantastic?
Yeah, really good, really good. I'm
Rest of
at
the game?
I'm at the part where you captured the slaver guy and went back to his village.
Okay, yeah.
So still pretty earlier. I think it's like chapter 2.
Hmm.
But I'll get there. I'm
Yeah.
chipping away. I
Yeah,
intend to
once you're done,
finish.
you're gonna have to tell me your thoughts. We'll have to compare and contrast.
So I mean, so far I'm loving it,
Hmm.
but the combat's a little trickier. There's more combat than the original game.
The combat felt more difficult. It was harder to like dodge and parry than the first
Yeah.
one, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Very much
And I
so.
guess I was watching a video about it. I guess they did that just to make it more realistic. But
Yeah.
I feel like when you make stuff more realistic at the cost of gameplay, that's a fault.
I mean the problem also was that was a huge complaint was there wasn't enough combat in the first
Hmm.
game from some
Yeah,
people. Not me. I thought the first game was
I thought
fantastic.
it was a good mixture. Yeah.
I would cuz I didn't go into that game looking for necessarily combat.
Hmm.
Like I played Rise Son of Rome and the combat there is like it's fun but it's very basic and kind of handholdy.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Still great. I still love Rise Son of Rome though.
I
It
was
was
gonna
fantastic.
say it's underrated in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Gets a lot of hate for no reason.
I always considered Rise Son of Rome to be the Order 1886 of Xbox,
I could see that. Yeah.
where it had potential. It could have been better, more fleshed out, but it was
Hmm.
like just visually, it's insane how well it stands up.
Did you get 1,000 in that, or 1,000 plus? I should
Rise,
say, since
hell
there's
yeah,
like nice.
dude. That game
How
came out.
difficult?
That was a launch title on the Xbox One. There was nothing to play.
Yeah, I.
That was
That's
one
the
of my
problem. Is I
favorite
barely.
games back then.
I think I beat it and then I went back to PlayStation. Did how difficult was the legendary or whatever the fuck difficulty they call it?
The hardest difficulty.
Yeah.
From what I remember, probably not that hard.
Because I remember normal that some parts on normal being like kind of annoying.
I don't. I'm trying to think back. Um, I would say it's probably just more like you just can't mess up as much. Like you have to be
Hmm.
more. You have to be better with the combat because
Yeah.
difficulty wise, I mean the enemies are there and you're just fighting, and then maybe on the harder difficulties they get rid of like the yellow and blue that tells you what button to hit to finish them off.
Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Maybe,
Yeah, I
but
think I read about that.
yeah.
Hmm.
Um. Oh,
All right,
and
before I take my turn, I gotta go to the bathroom.
okay, and then gamer score is sitting at 727,070. Oh, he's gone. I'm gonna look at that Reddit post. Gary's going pee-pees. I'm gonna go dig out that. I'm gonna go dig out my Astro Bot. Uh. Oh, back. Grabbed Astrobot out of my bin. My bins are starting to smell very plasticky because they just sit there full of Blu-rays and such and games. Um, how's everyone doing? How's everyone out there doing today, huh? Hoping you're doing good. Hoping you're having a good week. Getting excited for the holidays. I actually have the 2 days following Christmas off, which is lovely. I've never had a Christmas break in a hot minute since collage, possibly. Um, no, I don't think I. No, I don't think I was. I don't think I was unemployed after I
I'm back.
quit. Oh, he's back.
Yay.
I was just telling the viewers how. Well, first of all, I grabbed my Astrobot out of the bins. Bins smell like so much plastic in there. It's those black and yellow like storage bins that I just load up with my Blu-rays when I'm done with them. So,
Hmm.
and I was
I
saying
feel like
how.
I should probably do that. I should probably do that too, because then it frees up space. Um, it's a win-win because it frees up space on the shelves, and then
Mhm.
it also like basically you can just at a glance know what you still have left to finish.
So I'm doing that because one, I'm just essentially packing the stuff up for
Mm-hmm.
if we do move in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
But it's games and Blu-rays that I've watched or finished.
Mm-hmm.
Except for when they release a Wonderland DLC and I got to go back. Um, but yeah, so I had 3 bookshelves and I'm down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because if we buy this house from my father-in-law or if we move to another place, well, my stuff's already started to be packed. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, and yeah, I was just saying how I haven't had I have the 2 days after Christmas off. I got some PTO, used it. So
Sweet.
I'll essentially have like a week off of work. I literally just have to work that Monday,
Mm-hmm.
which is nice because my work gives off Christmas Eve. And during that time, I will probably sure. I mean, we'll be at my dad's for a good chunk
Mm-hmm.
of it. I'll probably try to finish Hellblade 1 on the PC because it's sitting on my PlayStation or on my laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's
Very
exciting,
nice. Very
exciting
nice.
stuff. But yeah, I do have the bookshelf where it's just even with my physical books, it's like, all right, I finished the book or whatever, I put it in the bin and I forget about it.
I think I'm gonna
And,
start doing that too. I like that
um,
because
but
I put stickers on mine.
I would recommend if you're gonna do that, sign up for a site called Libib and get for like probably pretty cheap. I think less than $20. Get a scanner on Amazon, and then you can scan the barcode on your games and books and everything. And I think they do board games now too. And it's like a database you can just access anywhere.
There's an app that I have for that. It's called what the hell is it called? I haven't updated it in like literally years
I
because I
haven't
got
either.
lazy.
The
But
scanner's
it's
too loud
called
with the beeps.
CLZ Games. They also have an app for movies and other stuff too.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. You literally can just scan the the barcode with your phone, and it just adds
Okay.
it. And then if for some reason it can't find it, you can just manually add it and shit.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Okay. Yeah,
pretty sick.
I think I have that for. I use Libib for my games, my movies. Same thing. Like if it's not there, you have to add it.
Mm-hmm.
But then also to keep track of Sam's books
Mm-hmm.
because he just has
Do you put
piles of them.
digital stuff on there too?
No, just physical stuff.
Okay, yeah. I know because I was putting
Uh,
digital stuff on mine, but it got kind of confusing. So I was like, "Well, that's
no,
digital. What's
that
this
gets
one?"
too much. I just want to know what I physically have.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um. Okay, so yeah, I think you still got to go over what you were playing.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let me see. I'll start with Xbox since that's
Oh,
short and sweet.
also in
Uh,
the while you were away, I responded to that guy, told him to basically like screw off, and I'm like I've seen your replies, like you're just gonna keep going, so I'm like I'm done. And I'm like have a good day, and I just blocked him.
Have a good day, sir.
Yep.
All right. So, let's see. So I did a little self boosting session last week on Among Us, which was more annoying than I thought it was going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because it wouldn't let me use both my phone and my tablet at the same time because technically they're all in the same account.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I used my PC that was logged into PC Game Pass on my main profile on Xbox. I used my Steam Deck because I was able to get the Steam version for like $3. Um, I used my PlayStation 5. Uh, and then what else? I used my phone, and then I used my Xbox Series X, but I logged in my buddy's account and just used his account.
Mm.
Because for some reason I thought I had to do that because every time I kept trying to load up the game on the Xbox, it's like, oh, there's already somebody playing this game, and I was like, what the hell? Why is it doing this? And then I realized after I had already I ended up just buying him a code for Game Pass because we're gonna use it anyways. And then I realized that my other profile that was already on PC was logged in on the Xbox at the same time because you know how you can log in multiple profiles.
Yeah.
And I realized that was why. I was like, well, fuck. So finally got it to work after that. I played for how long did I play for? Hold on. Wait for it. Um Played for almost 4 hours. Oh no, not almost 4 hours. Like
Both
3 hours.
playthroughs.
Hold on one sec. Sorry, I was saying goodbye to my girlfriend. Played Among Us for about 3 hours. So I self boosted. Basically, I used 5 accounts because you're able to get all of the miscellaneous achievements and trophies with 5 people. With 4, you can get most, but there's a few that you can't get. I hit so on my Xbox account, I ended up getting basically all the same achievements and trophies. So on Among Us on Xbox, I currently have 880 gamer score, which is 75% of the achievements. Putting me at 230,796 gamer score. So that was all I played on Xbox, and technically I didn't really play. It was more just boosting. But on the PlayStation side, I play. Let's see. So we're looking at a week ago. I got more progress in Call of Duty Black Ops 6 campaign. I think it'd be like 2 more missions, maybe. I think. Maybe I didn't. I can't remember. But played a little bit of more Yakuza Kiwami 2, which I realized I think I'm getting burnt out on Yakuza this year because until I did my recap, I really didn't put 2 and 2 together as to how many hours I've put into Yakuza. Yeah. I didn't realize how many hours I put in Yakuza games this year, so I've been spacing it out. Like, I'll basically play a Yakuza game for a month, and then skip the next month, and then start another Yakuza game. And my recap, my top 4 of my top 5 played games were Yakuza games, and I think total it was like 250 hours. And I realized, okay, that's probably why I'm not like super into Yakuza Kiwami 2, because I've dumped 250 hours into Yakuza over this entire year, which is a lot, and it's kind of the same formula in each game pretty much. It's, main story, side stories, run around and do random mini games. It's kind of just, so I've been kind of dragging my feet on that. We'll see how far I make it, but Among Us, same thing, all the same trophies that I got for the in that boosting session, so I'm at 74% on that. I made more progress in Pixel Junk Shooter Ultimate. I'm at 48% right now. I think I beat 2 more worlds. I think I'm like a little over halfway. Made more progress in Horizon Call of the Mountain. Unfortunately, so I think last time I was mentioning that the combat was getting on my nerves because of how you can control with like moving your body and stuff. I figured out so you can change it to stick controls, which is so much better. Like I use the stick for actual movement now. I use it for dodging, and it just makes the combat way more fun. I made more progress than that. I think I'm about halfway. I'm not following a collectible guide. I'm going in blind because when I tried to do that when I first started playing the game, it took me out of it too much because I'd have to basically take off my headphones, take off my headset, watch part of the video, and then kind of just go back and forth, and it was just super immersion breaking, and it was like it wasn't very fun. So I'm gonna do a blind playthrough first. I'm actually finding most of the collectibles I think as I go, so it shouldn't be cleanup shouldn't be too bad.
Yeah, I'm doing blind for indie right now. There's collectibles, but it's manageable. It's
Sometimes
nothing
blind's
crazy.
just better, you know. What was I gonna say?
If there wasn't like a level select, like for indie, even Hellblade 2 has it now. Like it has a much better checkpoint system. I would use more of a guide fully, and I'm still kind of using a guide for Hellblade 2, but for the most part, if it was like Hellblade 1 where you had to do it all in one shot, I'd be like, well, I'm gonna watch the guide.
Yeah,
especially when I do Hellblade 1 again on my PC run.
I used it for most of Hellblade 2. I think I had to go back for like 1 or 2 or something, but Hellblade 2, the levels are just super long, and I didn't want to have to like go back through an entire level to do some of them, especially with some of the levels being a little bit annoying. But I also started Hidden Cats in London on PlayStation with my girlfriend. I'm basically letting her control everything because that's how she wants to do it. She's since she's not a gamer, she kind of gets frustrated with the controls a little bit. Like I know they're not advanced at all in that game, but for somebody who's never played games, it's still kind of like jarring to like remember what does what.
You should have started her on My Name Is Mayo.
Right? Just tap that X button. Give me that platinum. But she's digging it so far. We finished the 2 main levels. I'm at 66% of the trophies, but she's like she gets bored of stuff quickly, so we can only basically do like one session every time. So we just have to do all the 6 bonus levels, which we'll probably end up hopefully knocking out next weekend. I told her I want to start the Christmas one while we're still in the season.
Hmm.
Um,
Do
I
we still want to do our idea for kind of a let's play where we just do the first normal level side by side
I'm
so
down.
you can do it first?
I'm down. I could pick it up because I'm probably gonna do every stack on PlayStation and Xbox, so I could just pick it up on Xbox and we could do it. I could do
I mean, it's the same
um.
game. You can just do the PlayStation version. I'll do the Xbox one.
Well, I was gonna do I would rather save the PlayStation version for her because for her doing the Xbox version, she's gonna have to relearn the controller. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather stick to the PlayStation version with her,
It's a
and then,
stick and a button.
dude, for non-gamers, that shit makes a difference. Like the triggers are different. Like it's just gonna throw her off, and I'm not gonna add more stress to the mix because I'm just happy that she wants to play it to begin with.
Yeah.
Um, but I stupidly started the PS4 stack of Brotato because I'm like, well, I kind of want to play more of this game. I'm gonna get the platinum on that one. Literally like 2 days after I started it, guess what dropped?
You're on.
They finally released the fucking DLC for it, which added like 20 more trophies. So I have to beat. So not
Nice.
only do I have to beat the game like 20 more times with the new characters on the PS5 stack that I already platinumed, I get to do it all over again on the PS4 stack. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking hate this game by the time I'm done with it. Um, but I'm at 67%, 51 out of 75 on the PS4 version. I decided to go back and just completely clean up the PS5 version's DLC and then go back and do the PS4 DLC and then finish the platinum on that one. And then never play it ever again because holy shit, I'm getting burnt out. I literally just been knocking out like a few playthroughs a day because each playthrough is like 30 minutes. I just cranked all the accessibility options down just to basically make it a turn my brain off kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, I got 24 more 23 more playthroughs on PS4 and 10 more on PS5. So that's what 24, 34. Cut that in half because it's 30 minutes per playthrough. That's another 17 hours. So that's cool. It's gonna be great.
Did they give away Borderlands 3 on PS Plus?
That was quite a tangent. I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe a
Yes,
few
they
years
did.
ago.
Yeah.
A few years
The
ago.
reason I'm going through my PS while I'm listening intently to your story.
Sure you
Uh,
are.
I'm going through my PlayStation library and I'm unhiding all my games. And then I'm gonna just hide the ones that I can't complete because I don't want to accidentally buy a game I already have.
Hmm.
Um, do you hide the games when you complete them?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's half of the satisfaction for me. When I complete a game, deleting it slash uninstalling it, whatever you want to call it,
Oh, I love that
and then
part.
hiding it. Oh, it's so good.
There's so many games I forgot I owned.
Hmm.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's it. No new platinums this week. Made some decent progress. Um, Stupid Brotato dropped me down to like 82 point something, but now I'm back up to like 83.11 completion percentage, so still decent. Part of me part of me wants to like I still keep going back and forth with like just taking a massive break from trophy hunting and just playing games for, the enjoyment of it. Whoa, what a concept.
You
Um
literally can't do that.
I
We're a broken
know.
breed.
That's the thing is that when I've literally been doing this for I talked to my girlfriend about the other day. I've been doing it for half of my life.
I
I
mean,
got a
it's just
360.
it's I mean, it's just how
It's
we
just
enjoy playing the game. It's what we shoot for. It's
it's
kind of like
it's
how
it's like the meta. Like uh
when you play like Call of Duty or
mhm.
maybe not you specifically, but like some people play Call of Duty like, "Oh, I just want to be like I want to just play ranked. I want to get real good." It's like, "All right, well that's the aspect of the game that you want to play." Like you
Mhm.
skip the campaign, but you that's fine.
Sometimes I just feel like I care more about the achievements and trophies than the actual games though, which is concerning.
Well, yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to and I've gone in and out, and I've definitely been more out of it recently.
Mhm.
But I've been going more for I like this game, or this game looks interesting to me.
Mhm.
I'll play it, and then if I can get all the trophies and whatever, cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do my research on
So
some things. Like I have DBZ Kakarot sitting on my bookshelf, and apparently
it's
all the achievements are busted on Xbox Series X if
oh,
you
that's
play on
ass.
there. But if you play on the Xbox One series of systems, you're fine. So
Mhm.
that'll just be a game
Yeah.
that I have to play downstairs.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. So my main cons to achievement slash trophy hunting from my perspective are like basically three main pillars. So first thing is, like I just said, focusing too much on the actual trophy and achievement hunting and like less on the game,
Mm-hmm.
and like literally just caring more about the dopamine hit of getting these trophies as opposed to just enjoying the game, and the trophies are secondary. The second thing is, and this is kind of a big, almost probably the biggest of the three for me, is not wanting to play anything that doesn't have achievements or trophies. I have so many games, Switch, retro, whatever, that I want to play that are in my backlog, but my brain's just like, there's no dopamine there. You can't play that. You don't get any dopamine. Like, which is ass, because there's a ton of Switch games that I want to play. Um, and I'll still play them sometimes, but very sparingly, and I'll just like it just doesn't hit the same, even though the games are great. Um, and then three is just I know I'll never finish my backlog. I've already, I've accepted that a long time ago because I have thousands of games.
Look, if you
But
stop buying,
like you can talk. Kettle
I'm
calling the pot black here.
listen,
Um,
listen, listen. I'm working on it.
you're worse than I am. Um,
Not true. Not even remotely
yeah, you
true.
you, you, po- you post repent your sins like once a week.
Not true.
True. I can literally like
I mean,
I can literally
half of
go
those
in
are
and
Blu-rays.
half. What are the other half?
There's some games.
Anyways, so the other thing is basically tying into my point about the backlog is, to me at this point it's more about experiencing more shit. Obviously, I can't experience everything, but trophy hunting limits that. So, I mean, it might take 8 oh, my laundry's done. Um, it might take, 8 to 10 hours to finish a game. Um, and then there's some games where it's like, "Oh, you want the platinum? Okay, spend 30 more hours on it." When I could spend fucking 30 hours experiencing 3 other games. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's, to me, I mean, all of them are important, but all these reasons are kind of why, like, I've been like on the cusp of just saying no. I'm putting my foot down and I'm turning off notifications, and I'm gonna play games without achievements and trophy notifications until I just enjoy them for what they are.
You're gonna do
But
that. You're gonna do that, and then you're gonna realize you missed some super easy ones that you're gonna have to go back, and it's gonna drive you wild.
the big thing, I've talked to my girlfriend about this, is the community aspect is super important to me, and I feel like I don't know if I've brought this up at least on this podcast before, but um, the community aspect is important to me. So if I stop hunting, it's going to be difficult for me to stay active with this podcast, to stay active in our Trophy Talk Discord. Um, and yeah, I can just talk to people and interact with them about other things, but it's almost like it would be like an alcoholic, a recovering alcoholic being in a Discord and all they talk about is drinking alcohol.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like the crappy thing is, like, if I did that, I would. So every time I've done this, like probably 6 times in the past 2 years, where I'll like try to turn off notifications and I'll just try to like play games. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I know there's still trophies pop in there. Like, I played Jedi Jedi Fallen Order earlier this year, and I did it when I was playing that game. I shut off notifications, but I knew what the trophies were. So like subconsciously, I would try to do like a certain action because I knew there was a trophy tied to it, and then I would like go look. I'm like, did it unlock? And I'm like, I might as well just have notifications on at that point. Like, but I don't know. It's just I kind of miss the mindset of before even achievements were a thing. Like, because like I said, I've been doing this for like 18 years at this point. That's half my
Mm-hmm.
life when the 360 came out. I kind of just miss the mindset of just going in, playing a game blind, enjoying it, and then moving on. Like, so I
We're
don't
too
know.
far gone.
I don't know. Part of me still kind of wants to try it. Like, try it for longer though. Like, I have to commit. Like, my girlfriend thinks if I commit, I should commit to like 2 months of not doing it because that's like
Yeah.
kind of enough time to really assess if that's something you still enjoy, like not just playing games. Because I mean, at the end of the day, the game's the most important part. Like, plus, oh, another thing I didn't bring up, we fucking suffer through shit. All kind of tying into the length too. We suffer through shit just to get like platinums, 100% or whatever. Too, like so many times, like. Not everybody does this, but there's plenty of times where I'm like, well, I'm going to get the 100% or I'm going to get the platinum. And I'm like suffering through a game I don't even like anymore because I have to grind out like 50 other things. And it's just like, it ruins the experience for me.
I don't know what you're on about. I love every game I play.
Like, don't lie to me. Like Mad Max, like 10 years ago when I played through that game, fucking loved it. I loved it like through 75% of my playtime. And then just the grind at the end with all the challenges and finding all the little scrap locations and everything, I fucking hated that shit at the end. Like it literally soured the experience for me going for the platinum.
Are you able to
And
complete that game still? You specifically. I know if you start from scratch, no.
If you've done the online portion of
Yeah,
those
did you do
scrap
that already?
challenges, not on this profile. I have the platinum on my old profile,
Okay. Well, you're
so
out of
it's
luck.
fucked. I know. So that yeah. Anyways, that's basically my rant. Like I don't know. I love trophy hunting, but sometimes I feel like I've been doing it for so long that not only that, time is short. My girlfriend and I are probably gonna have kids in the next few years, and
Gross.
I know, PG-13 podcast over here.
Don't do it.
Um,
Or do it. It's cool. Kids are
don't
fun.
lie. I was gonna say Sam's probably one of the best things that's ever happened to you.
He's the best and worst. I say that all the time.
Best and worst.
Oh yeah, it's the best thing having a kid, especially like if your kid's not like a pain. Like Sammy's good, but dude, so little
What?
free time. I was telling my
I
buddy this
know.
last night. I was like, I don't even remember what life was like when I could just come home from work and just sit for 5 hours because my wife's hobbies are essentially like scrolling on her phone and doing whatever, and we just sit in the same room and cohabitate.
That's my girlfriend's hobby too.
Dude, I love it, but I hate it. I'm like,
Yeah.
read a book
I know.
or pick up a controller, girl.
I know. I always tell her like, because she doesn't. My girlfriend doesn't give a shit that I play video games. Like,
Yeah.
she thinks it's cool. I have a hobby, whatever. I'm passionate about it, but she'll give me a hard time about it sometimes. And I was like, well, your only hobby is scrolling on your phone.
Got him. And now she's not your
And
girlfriend no more.
she's I know. She's literally admitted to me though. She's like, I don't have any hobbies. Like,
No, it's so weird. Like I look at, not to generalize
like,
all girls or whatever, just the girls that I know of, like in my own life. It's like they just don't have hobbies.
yeah.
And I get my wife, we have a kid, so I mean that takes up a lot of her time. But like even before that, like my wife, my sister-in-law, dude, I just don't know what it is with, at least like I said, the girls that I know just have no hobbies at all. It's insane to me. And
Social media is just taking over everything.
I told my wife, I'm like, hey, like I know you don't necessarily like to play video games, but like you need a hobby, and I literally have thousands of hours of like games that you could, and like so many different versions of games that you could try to learn to play, see if you like it. Like it's right there if you, not that I'm trying to get her to be a gamer, but I'm like, if you need a hobby, like this one's sitting here. And my thought is, I think she was saying like, she's like, oh, I want to do, I forget what it was that she like floated the idea around, but I'm like, yeah, that's good and all, but you have to go somewhere to do that. Like I feel like a hobby you should be able to do at home.
Yeah.
Like I get some hobbies are different. Like if you're into kayaking or anything like that, I get. Why am I bringing up kayaking?
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
I want to see what side you're on.
Okay.
So
I remembered why I brought up kayaking. I listened or I heard a story a couple days ago. Some guy that faked his own death. He was a kayaker and he made it look like he drowned, but he actually just ran away to Uzbekistan to be with a woman he was talking to. Just gave up his whole life, like wife and kids.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You gotta be a special kind of fucked up to do that kind of stuff.
Dude, it's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying?
What side of this of the argument are you on? So I was talking to my girlfriend recently
Well, you should be on
because
her
she.
side.
So
Those are the rules.
yeah, I know. I guess I haven't learned that yet. But so she told me, hey, I don't have hobbies. My hobbies are scrolling on my phone, watching crime dramas, and basically everything that's not. I don't necessarily consider a hobby. I guess a hobby can be anything.
What
But
crime?
I told her at the end of the day, I feel like hobbies should be categorized as something that you can get better at. Because she's like, oh, shopping, blah 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 blah, and her friend was
Well,
like, argue. Her friend was on her side, and she's like, you can get better at shopping, and I was like, how?
you
And she's
can.
like finding better deals and blah blah. I'm like, okay, like Mike, that's a little bit of a stretch. Um, but I was like, do you feel like hobbies, like if you're strictly categorizing a hobby, should it be something that you're better at, or can a hobby basically just be anything that somebody does?
I would say,
It's not that big of a deal to me. I'm just
yeah,
curious what you
I
think.
would say
Like,
it's not necessarily something you can get better at because let's be honest, I'm shittier at games than I used to be. I just
I mean,
play
that's
different
fair.
games.
That's fair.
Like
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
used to be good at Call of Duty, and now I can't fucking look around in that game without being killed.
Yeah.
So
Oh, real quick side tangent because you brought that up. So
yeah.
last night after the birthday party, my dad walked over with us to my apartment because I
Mhm.
wanted to show him like my speaker and TV setup, the one I just got. And Call of Duty is what I show everybody to show off my speakers because it sounds fucking amazing. So I showed off a Call of Duty game. He's like, what? You're playing online with other people? He's like, because he didn't really understand the concept. And yeah, and then my girlfriend was watching too. She's like, "Damn, you keep dying." And I'm like, "Well, I didn't say I was good at this game."
Yeah.
Like,
Too bad.
and then at the end of the match, I was in like second overall, on like the little podium. And I'm all, "See, I'm not that bad." And my dad's like, "But weren't there only like 3 people?" And I
Hmm.
was like, "No, there was like 10."
There were
Like,
more, Dad. I swear.
I just thought it was funny, but just random side tangent. But yeah, I mean, back to the hobby
The
thing, like
hobby, the hobby. I mean, first of all, shopping's not a hobby. Um,
that's what I said too, but
what you're shopping for should be the hobby. Like being a better shopper is just a skill you pick up over time.
mhm.
Um, my hobby isn't jumping, but I'm pretty good at jumping. I got better over
Yeah.
time. Um,
Yeah.
now, no, yeah, no, yeah, shopping for sure not. But like, I wouldn't say it's necessarily something you get better at. I feel like it's just it's uh, an activity that brings you joy. But I mean, shopping could be that. But
I feel like that's true then that applies to like a
but
lot
like
of people.
is shopping a hobby
According to
though?
ChatGPT, shopping can be considered a hobby if someone finds it enjoyable, engaging, and does it regularly in their leisure time.
Yeah, but then like, what is?
It says, like other hobbies, shopping can involve exploring interests such as fashion, technology, or antiques, staying informed about trends, and experiencing satisfaction from
But like
purchases.
the like for example, like right there, I would think that the fashion would be your hobby. Like your hobby is fashion, whatever, and like you're
Hmm.
buying stuff to fulfill that hobby.
Hmm.
Like my hobby isn't buying the video games. My hobby's playing them. I mean, and like the shopping could be a component of it.
Let's
Like
be real. Let's be real. Purchasing the games is like half of the hobby for us.
well, yeah, exactly. Like the purchasing is a component of the hobby
Y-
you're interested in.
Yeah. Half
Like
the time I get more satisfaction out of buying the games than
oh, for
playing
sure.
them.
Like I've got all these Blu-rays and I love buying the Blu-rays, but my
Yeah.
hobby is watching them and collecting them.
Hmm.
Like my
Oh, my
hobby
cats.
wouldn't, to bring it back to the kayak, my hobby wouldn't be going out and buying like 5 different kayaks. My hobby would be kayaking, just the buying is a component of it.
Yeah, I feel that.
So,
So
no,
according to ChatGPT, a hobby is an activity you regularly engage. Yeah, I'm obsessed with ChatGPT right now. I've been using it a bunch.
mhm.
An activity you rarely engage in during your free time for enjoyment, relaxation, or personal fulfillment, rather than for professional or financial gain. Hobbies often reflect interests, skills, or passions and contribute positively to mental and emotional well-being. So, I mean, I guess my girlfriend and her
technically
friend
shopping's
are,
a hobby. Technically.
yeah. I mean, I guess like
But
she
what are you
said,
shopping for?
but anything she does that she enjoys in her free time for leisure is considered a hobby, like
Yeah.
she said. I mean, if we're, you know, like I
Like
said,
you,
it's not that
like
big of a deal to me.
it's
I'm
a
just
weird
curious what. I'm
it's
just
a
curious
weird
what other people
discussion and a weird topic because you can easily make your point and try to stand by it, but you'll immediately walk into the corner where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, you'll immediately walk yourself into a corner where it's like a snake eating its own tail.
Yeah.
Shopping's not a hobby, but I love going out and buying the video games. So the hobby is your shopping. No, I like playing the games, but I gotta buy the games, and that's part of the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, but I've been trying to get my wife either to try to play a game or the problem is she can't fathom a second joystick. Like the camera breaks her.
My girlfriend struggles. She struggles. She struggles enough with one joystick.
Yeah.
Like the first, and then because when we first started playing the Hidden Cats game, you know how like one stick moves the actual screen and one stick moves the cursor.
I forgot there is a dual stick component to it. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was moving both at the same time, and she's having a harder time selecting the cats when she did that. And I'm like, babe, I was like, I'm like, use them into. I know it's kind of more complicated, I guess, for somebody who hasn't done it, but just like if you wanna just move the cursor, just move the left stick, and then if you want to
drag
just
the screen, yeah.
move, yeah, either drag the screen or just if you want to just move the image, just use the right stick. Like you don't have to do both. Like, and she's like, oh, okay. And she was struggling with like, you know how like there's like the boats and the cars and stuff that move that have cats in them.
Boats and hoes.
She was struggling with that because whenever they're moving, she had a hard time like lining it up right and then like selecting it at the same time. But she actually got better at it. I was like, see, I'm like, you're getting better. You got this. So, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, I am back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So I got another maybe 20 to 30 minutes.
That's perfect. Okay.
Okay.
Hang on. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, Junior. What do you want to play?
Queen.
Queen. Yeah, I got Sammy on my lap.
Yeah, I figured.
So yeah, let's go over. We'll go over quickly the news topics that I posted. We can fly through them pretty quick.
I was gonna say, or would you rather talk about the game show awards announcements and stuff like that?
I mean, that's part of the news topic.
Oh, I see. Okay.
God. All right, so the Game Awards, Astro Bot won Game of the Year, which is cool. I'm glad it won it over DLC. There were so many games announced at the Game Awards.
I think it's hilarious they announced another Elden Ring DLC. I'm like, bro.
It's not DLC. It's standalone.
Is it standalone?
It's a standalone game, yeah. It's a standalone type
I didn't look too much into it. I just saw the thing. I was like, what?
Standouts for me. Let me scroll down the list.
Yeah, I gotta look that up real quick.
Naughty Dog's new game, Intergalactic Heretic Prophecy, kind of looks like Cowboy Bebop mixed with Guardians, which is pretty cool. And
There
then
we
the
go.
combat looks dope also.
What?
A new Okami game is coming. Witcher 4 looks pretty good. I mean, mostly they're all CG trailers. And then, yeah, the Elden Ring standalone co-op spin-off. It's kind of like a battle royale.
Come on.
Like roguelite. Yeah, it's crazy. New game from the guy who did from Fumito Ueda's. Developer best known for games such as Eco, Shadow of Colossus. He's got a new game called Project Robot.
I can't believe there's gonna be a freaking Okami sequel, dude.
Yep. Okami. So many things. New Mafia game. Dispatch is star-studded. Looks pretty cute. I didn't really see a trailer, but like just from the still looks pretty good. Who's that, bud?
Mm-hmm.
Is that Chick Hicks? And then Split Fiction as the speaking of like inside or not inside, Brothers and Way Out, their new game. That one I saw like a couple clips. It looks a little weird to me. Doesn't really capture me.
Just the fact that their games like never miss, though, I kind of want to play it just because of that, you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, new.
The only thing I don't like about all these announcements is they're all just like CG trailers. Like CG trailers do nothing for me.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like they could be great games, but you can't really gauge it from.
Yeah,
trailers.
like reveal trailers are always just like blah.
All right, you want to play McQueen?
Man.
And then let's see, yeah, a lot of stuff. New Outer Worlds game.
Oh,
A lot
the
of
co-op
PlayStation games are
Elden
coming
Ring
to PC. Virtua Fighter's getting a new game. Borderlands. Gameplay was revealed, I guess. I mean, we knew Borderlands was coming, but
yeah.
New Sonic Racing game. New Turok. Ninja Gaiden is getting a side scroller. Thick as Thieves looks good. Slay the Spire 2. Secret Level Pac-Man game. Sifu's got a soccer game coming out.
Onimusha's coming back.
Yep. You want to drive? What do you want to do? Power World's got some DLC. Dave the Diver expansion is coming.
For some reason, I thought Last of Us Part 2 was already on PC.
I guess not.
Like,
and then, so those, I mean, we're rushing through it now just because that's just where we're at time-wise.
Yeah.
Airplane? Yeah, airplanes, buddy. Whoosh. You gonna be our third co-host?
Virtua Fighter. Oh.
Fly High Whoosh. And then, but another game, the game that I'm most excited that got announced outside of Game Awards, but was recently announced, Toem 2, Gary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked for that.
I can't wait.
The first
for
one
Toem 2.
was
First one
was so good. Yeah, it was good.
Played it twice, baby. Xbox and PlayStation.
Dude, Project Sentry looks sick. The one they announced that takes place in like 1915. It's made by the same people who make the Yakuza series.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty stoked for that. I didn't realize it was made by them.
You're gonna play another Yakuza game, you animal.
I know. When I was just complaining about being burnt out.
Yeah.
But this probably won't come out for a few years.
And then
Turok Origins, baby.
Aside from the Game Awards stuff, like the awards themselves, I never really care about because they're basically the Golden Globes of Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
Like if you want actual Game Awards, then the DICE Awards are what you want to watch. Like those are like the Oscars of Game Awards.
Yeah.
I mean, it also didn't help that this year they put a DLC in for Game of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's kind of that was super dumb. I'm not gonna lie.
But it's always something. Like every year, there's something weird like that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so that breakdown, if you want to see it, IGN has a pretty good list of it. I'll link that down below. And then also from IGN by Kat Bailey, Rockstar confirms it's pulling the plug on Suicide Squad content after Season 4. Season 4 is the Deathstroke season. Who could have seen this coming, right?
Well, no, I didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to go forever.
So, I mean, that's the plan with live service.
Yeah.
The most important part of it is the game's not getting any more content in the short term as far as they plan.
But
Rocksteady will
like. Go ahead.
Okay. The game is still going to be available for purchase. In-game store will continue to function after season 4, along with buying in-game currency. They didn't indicate how long they plan to keep it online, but I think there's an offline component as well. So hopefully
Yeah, I
you
was
can
just gonna
just
say.
hopefully you
I
can
hope
just
they
play
don't
offline.
Yeah, I hope they don't fuck it over,
Yeah.
so you can't get half the freaking achievements or trophies or whatever because
Yeah.
they're like, oh, we're just gonna shut down the
I mean, it's
servers.
it's an okay game. It's a fun Elseworld story.
It's
So,
one I wanted to get for cheap and play at some point, just
well,
for
dude,
shits and
it's
giggles.
$5 right now.
Not cheap, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, if you were looking, I think it's still $5 right now, but I know it was very cheap recently, even for the
Mhm.
deluxe edition.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you get that, I think it's crossplay.
Still haven't played any of the other stuff that we said we were gonna play though.
We're getting there. I
Are
got
we?
my list for next year. We'll see if
Mhm,
Sammy lets me
mhm,
play it, right, bud?
mhm.
Who is that? Sammy, who's that? Here,
Am
come
I on
here.
speaker?
Now, Sammy, say hi.
Hi, Sammy.
Say hi.
Hi.
Who's your favorite car? Do you like McQueen? What's McQueen doing? What color is McQueen? Give me something here. Say ready, set. What color is he? Blue. Awesome. Dude's kid's got his colors down. He's a genius.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, and
Good.
he turns the car backwards and he goes, "I did that." I'm like, "I know you did." Um, yeah, I thought that topic I mean we ranted for a while. I was planning on having that breakdown be a little more, but I mean we're basically at time for the week. Yeah.
Mhm.
You can count.
Any questions or anything?
Beautiful. Can you say jingle
Hell
bells?
yeah.
Jingle bells.
I'm assuming no user submitted questions.
Sammy, do you got a question for us? No? Okay.
No.
No, I forgot to ask again.
That's all good. We should probably post maybe Saturday morning on the Trophy Talk Discord to ask people if they want to do questions. I'd always forget.
Yeah, I do too. We should get better at that. Live and you
Mhm.
learn.
Yeah, true that. True that.
Honestly, what might be fun is if we ask our lady friends if they got questions.
They're like, why do you torture yourself
Why do
with
you do
with
this?
with achievement and trophy hunting? Why do you spend more time with this than with us?
Oh, they made their bed.
I know,
Um,
there's
what
times where I'll tell my girlfriend, you signed up for.
what else? What else? Tome 2. That's the biggest news. Game Awards. That honestly, the one that looks the most cool to me, the Naughty Dog one, looks pretty cool. I would say.
Yeah.
But, okay,
Naughty,
bud.
naughty.
Yeah. What else? I think that's it for this week. I think that's it.
Okay, okay, okay.
Um, I have no idea what the gameplay is gonna be. I'll probably do Hellblade later, and I'll just capture
I was gonna
that.
say you could do Hellblade, yeah.
Hellblade or Brothers, honestly, either one. Sammy's gotta get a
Hell,
nap soon.
Hellblizzle.
Yeah, you gotta get a nap. Um, yeah, so that's it. Gary, it's been another fun week.
As always.
I will talk to you later, my guy.
Sounds good, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone, for listening. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy your Monday when this posts. And keep on hunting. Bye.
Bye.